Hi guys, on this video we're joined by Alec Harwood and Laura Faulkner from CrossFit Bath, and I'm going to kick off, guys, just by asking you the question: if you can put us out of our misery, are CrossFit Bath going to put in a team with you guys, heading it up?
We're definitely looking to compete in strength and depth in the future, for sure. I mean, there's such strong characters within the gym that we really want to compete with. I mean, this year might not be the year that we're going to go into it, and I think we're going to go into it as more of a demo team and sort of set up the sort of workouts and things like that, and then look forward to next year really coming in with a nice strong team. And
yeah, I think sort of following up with that, obviously with our team competition experience, we probably would look to compete in strength and depth competition next year or possibly the year after.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be something we'd look to do.
Let's just say, well, maybe if you were going to enter this year, albeit understand that's not certain at the moment. What is it about the format you like? Any comments on that?
I think it's nice that we have a mixture of ages, so the likes of me and Al will be able to compete with masters, because in a sort of general competition basis you wouldn't get that sort of option. So I think that's the difference between the sort of the team format between any other team competition. It's a massive difference.
Yeah, I think it's like a really good representation of what your gym or what your facility is and what they stand for. If that's how you want to play it, you want to play your team out, then you've got everyone there that's strength, not just the youngest players that are all good. It's just how good is everybody that's there on this. That's what's the big team. That's what's interesting about it, isn't it?
No, definitely. I know. Speaking for a number of the masters, they're really looking forward to being able to compete with the top athletes like yourself as well. Just turning to really maybe some advice for some of the teams that have already signed up. I mean, you guys on your own merit could have gone to, for example, the CrossFit regionals as individuals, but you elected to go into the team format. You were part of the DWF winning team, so team format is obviously something that you're not new to and you enjoy. What advice can you give to those teams that are maybe come together for the first time for strength and depth?
I think really from now on they'd need to start training together, a bit of team bonding.
Once or twice a week, and just get the feel of it.
You sort of need to know each other's strengths and weaknesses, because that's where in a team that's what makes a good team. You sort of pull together other people's weaknesses and then use your strengths. So I think that you need to start training now and getting a good feel for who would do what in the team.
So take the CrossFit regionals as an example. How far forward of that did you start to train as a block, as a team?
I think sort of a couple of months before, or whole team sort of training sessions, or some sort of broken teams, so there's at least element of a team there, so 3 or 4 people going together. Yeah. I think when you just got elements of that team together and you feel like you're part of the squad, you don't tend to really back out of anything. You're going to try and really help the next person on for a workout, or they're going to push you through a workout. So just training with other people with a focusing point, I think is a great way to get results.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. Yeah. And guys, just slightly lighter question. You're the poster couple for CrossFit Bath. What's it like to train together and then live together as well? I mean, do you bore each other rigid with CrossFit talk all the time, or do you have a rule of when you get back home of an evening, no more CrossFit banter? How does it work?
We don't have a rule as such, but we don't by any stretch sit and talk about CrossFit at home.
No.
A lot of the time, obviously now and again we will, and I think training together sometimes has been hard. Team training. Yeah,
we don't really train together.
No, unless we're team training together, and sometimes we shout at each other.
Yeah, I shout at Laura and I get
Al
told
shouts
off.
at me in Divided We Fall in the middle of a workout, screaming at me. So I think it is hard being sort of a couple and being in the same team, but then it's also in the end. So when we win something together, I think it's nice as well. So
and I'm sure
share that.
Like a lot of couples that train together, you kind of you can have real empathy for the hard miles you've got to actually put in a programming, no doubt.
But on a day-to-day basis, we don't train together. It's really only for team.
Train at the same time, but
at the same time,
we just give each other space. I think that's the key thing, just to get out of each other's way.
Because you've got to get what you need to do done, and I need to get my programming done. So
Yeah.
you sort of just
So there you go, all these CrossFit couples out there, don't train exactly the same time and give each other a little bit of space of an evening.
Yeah.
Final question, guys. Let's just test how well you do know each other. Al, can you tell me what is the first thing Laura does of a morning?
I'd say wakes up and starts pouring out some muesli. Probably takes about 5 minutes to
Muesli pouring.
select.
Is that correct?
That is, yeah.
Pretty good. And what would you say is Al's passion outside of CrossFit, Laura?
Al's a really inventive kind of guy. Like, he always comes up with good ideas and always thinking, oh, one day I'm gonna make this and I'm gonna make it into something. And yeah, he's really inventive. I think one
I was
day I'll
hoping
invent
for
something.
a much more damning secret than that. Hey guys, thanks very much for your time, and yeah, we'll if not competing, we'll surely see you at the Strength in Depth finals.
Yeah.
Thank
Cheers, Dom.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Hi, folks. I'm joined now by Al Harwood and Laura.
Fuck's sake.
Start
Oh,
again.
shit.
I
Alec
never
Harwood,
use your
Laura
surname.
Faulkner.
Right, take 3.